Welcome to this second lecture. In this lecture and second chapter, we're going to look at the term industrial ecology, what it means, and very importantly, we're going to compare and contrast industrial ecology with biological or natural ecologies, compare them and see what it is industrial ecologies may learn from biological or natural ecological systems which are inherently very efficient. So let's start with the word industrial ecology. So the term industrial ecology consciously uses the word ecology, a word that obviously originated from biological systems. The two seem like they don't belong together. Industry, what does the word industry conjure in your mind? You're thinking of factories, right? Maybe a cement plant, maybe it is some kind of pharmaceutical, or it's a manufacturing plant. Though not more recently, at least in the past, typically smokestack, somewhat sooty. And when you compare it with biological ecology, what comes to mind? We're thinking of natural spots like Grand Canyon or Rocky Mountains, or the swamps and marshlands in Florida, in the Keys, right? These are pristine. And so the two don't seem to go along together at all, it would seem. So is it a smart idea to put them together? So to analyze that, let's take a look at what does the word ecology mean, right? The definition of ecology, as you know, it's a branch of science originating in biology. And ecology is basically concerned with organisms and their relationships with the environment. So if you take a pond on a ranch, as you drive from say Wimberley to here, you see a little pond in a big ranch. You have a little ecology there, because in the pond there are probably fishes, tadpoles, frogs, and cattle come to drink. Maybe late in the night you have things like foxes and other creatures come by. And so, these are organisms. There is the environment, which is the ranch and the pond and so forth. What kind of relationship is there between the two? Ecology also can be defined as the totality or pattern of relationship between organisms, living organisms, and their environment. So, what do ecologists do? They try to explain life processes and their adaptations. What does that mean? Do you have plants at home by your breakfast table, maybe on the windowsill? What have you seen the plant do? The plant tends to bend in a way where it can get away from the blinds and access some sunlight. Have you not seen that? So, that's a life process. Nobody taught the plant. Nobody told it. It's an adaptation. It will not naturally do that. A plant that's exposed outside in sunlight does not need to do that. So, adaptation. Distribution and abundance of organisms. Take bobcats. I mean, they are there in Texas, they are there in many other states in the US. But perhaps they are most abundantly found in the Rocky Mountain area. We have some in Texas as well. So, what other animals, life forms do we see in Rocky Mountains? And how abundant they are? The abundance can increase or decrease based on things that disrupt the ecology. So we want to study that. The movement of material and energy through living communities. All of us, right? I mean, San Marcos is a living community and there are people here. And this living community depends on all of us consuming materials, right? Whether they are for our comfort or they are things that we ingest, food and beverage and so forth. And we need energy to convert these materials into forms that our systems can use and provide sustenance for us. So we typically look at material flow, energy flow through living communities, and the successional development of ecosystems. We talked about this ranch and a little pond there. Suppose you roll the clock 20 years. Sadly, that ranch could get converted into into an apartment complex. That seems to be happening a lot around Central Texas, right? Pristine ranch and farmlands give way to really high-rise buildings, and so that pond may still continue to exist, but it may not have the same inhabitants, right? I mean, this may become a little pond, it's maybe part of a little park in the community. So there is a succession in terms of who the inhabitants are and how things change. And then the abundance and distribution of biodiversity in the context of the environment. So this is a list of things that ecologists typically study. So that's natural or biological ecology.